Welcome back to Tea Time, where we talk about some controversial and personal things and kind of just discuss it and spill the tea, if you will. So sit back, relax, pour yourself a tea. I have a green tea here. Green tea is like my go-to with a pinch of ginger in this one. And today we're gonna talk about the truth about bachelor and bachelorette parties and the ethics and morality behind it all. Let's break it down. If I say the phrase bachelor party, what comes to your head? Probably drinks, strip clubs, partying, clubbing, strippers, the whole 9 yards. And there's a reason for that. There is a reason for that because society tells us that this is how men should celebrate their soon-to-be unions. And this is just coming from a heterosexual, monogamist woman towards a man in a relationship, in a committed, loving, engaged relationship. I'm sure it's the same in any other relationship that there is, but this is just like based upon experience and like what my personal preferences are. And I'm not saying that it's all bachelor and it's all the men. Women do the same thing. Bachelorette parties are still like full of, you know, I can't really say any of it on like a family friendly channel because I don't want to get demonetized, but you know, girls go all out as well most of the time, and even if they were to stay home, they get a lot of propaganda, if you will. Without even mentioning extreme examples like the Hangover movie, there are countless scenes in movies and television shows that depict bachelor parties as sexually driven events. And that's just the way it is. I don't know why, I don't know why, but it is. In every case, regardless of gender, there's a huge gray area between what might be considered harmless fun and what could be constructed as extremely hurtful to a partner. Let's revisit for a moment the reason behind bachelor and bachelorette parties in general. Why does one have one in the first place? Oh right, yes, the person is getting married. Call me conservative or call me old-fashioned, but isn't it a little strange we choose to celebrate an impending marriage by ogling half-naked members of the opposite sex? Like, there's nothing about this type of behavior that denotes respect and excitement about the commitments that you're about to make. When you look back on the meaning of the word bachelor or the word bachelorette, it's being a single person, independent person. So technically speaking, if you are in a committed, loving, long-term relationship or getting engaged, you are not a bachelor or a bachelorette at all, actually, if we're getting technical here. So why is it okay that society has made it seem like bachelor, bachelorette is an excuse for a night of flying solo, of acting like you're single again for your last night of freedom? If you really see it that way, then you probably shouldn't be getting married at all. The idea of going completely crazy while you still can begs the question, what do you anticipate your marriage to look like? If you're equating marriage with the death of freedom or independence, you should probably reevaluate whether you're ready to be married at all. The notion of sharing the rest of your life with another human being does not mean you have lost the ability to be your own person. The best relationships are the ones made up of two unique individuals, each with his or her own sense of wholeness. Ultimately, it's important to respect your partner as well as other people involved with the planning of such events. Respect your fiance's boundaries and respect the boundaries that exist between the members of your bridal party and their significant others. I can't stress this enough, you guys. If you're getting married and you have a party of groomsmen or bridesmaids, they could be in relationships as well, and whoever's planning this party should respect the boundaries and the lines that should never be crossed when you're in a committed, loving, monogamous relationship. So in my eyes, planning on going to the strip club or getting strippers or hookers or getting crazy or partying with a bunch of girls or flirting with a bunch of girls and, you know, going crazy and possibly cheating on your significant other is a huge, huge, huge mistake. I don't think that any of that is okay, and I don't think that if you're in a relationship with somebody and your friend is getting married and they're going all out, doesn't mean that you need to do the same thing. You could easily take a step back and be like, no thanks, I'm uncomfortable with this, I can't participate in this kind of behavior because I am in a monogamous, long-term, committed relationship and my girlfriend isn't okay with it. Everybody's different. Some girls, you know, some people are in open relationships, some girls and guys are okay with certain things and uncomfortable with certain things. This is why you need to have conversations with your significant others to depict where that line is and what should never be crossed. And some people are okay with more things than others, and it's all fine. But for me, going to a strip club and ogling over half-naked girls is crossing a line to me. Like, what's the point? Like, what's the difference between going to a bar and talking to a girl or flirting with a girl versus going to a strip club and doing it? Like, I don't know. I just feel like bachelor and bachelorette parties to me seem like an excuse to cheat, and I don't think that it's okay. I don't think that it's respectful, and I don't think that it's appropriate in any way, shape, or form. And if you feel the need to continue doing that and behaving like you're 17, 16 years old, then you probably shouldn't be getting married at all. That's just my opinion. Sipping this tea. Most importantly, as with any other aspect of the wedding process, don't lose sight of the true reason behind your celebration. Your buddies will understand if they are true friends. You know, like, whether you're the one who's getting married, your buddies should respect if you say, look, if you're planning my bachelor party, no strip clubs, no brothels, no clubs, nothing like that. It's okay to have fun, go out with your friends, drink, go crazy, have a good time, you know? There's so many different things that you can do that doesn't have to result in any kind of sexual behavior of any kind. And also, if you are the one who's getting married and you have some kind of weird relationship with your fiance in which she's okay that you cheat on her or do whatever, doesn't mean that your groomsmen or your bridal party is okay with cheating on their spouses and feels comfortable in a sexual environment where they are subject to potentially making a huge mistake and sabotaging their own relationships. It's just not worth it. Is one night of stupidity and fun like worth a lifetime of regret? Honestly, if you're the one guy out of all of them or the one girl out of all of them that takes a step back and says, I'm uncomfortable with this, I don't really want to be in that environment, no thank you, I'm sorry, catch up with you for all the other things, you're setting an example for the rest of them, honestly. You are clearly the mature one out of the bunch. Your future wife and your future husband should matter more to you and should take priority over a stupid wild night. The most important thing in a relationship is trust and respect. Mutual respect and trust, and that should not be sabotaged by one stupid silly night of a bachelor and bachelorette party. I don't know. As I'm growing up and so many people are getting married and engaged and, you know, like, this stuff is just coming to my mind of just like what is okay and what's not okay and what's ethical and what's morally correct, and I just don't see it that way. But also, I'm very old-fashioned, you know, I'm a very spiritual person, I have a lot of faith, and I'm a monogamous, so I just don't see it as ethical unless you have an open relationship or unless you're okay with certain things, but I'm just not. So that's just me. I don't know if any of you guys feel the same way, but the truth about bachelor and bachelorette parties, it really just is an excuse to cheat. You know, when I look at my dad, with his marriage, like, he did not go out and go to strip clubs and go to, you know, he was asked to. His bridal party, his groomsmen tried to get him to do that, but at the night of, he's like, no thanks, I'm not interested in that. And that sets an example. My dad sets an example for like my future husband on what I am looking for in a man. And not to mention Ty, he is not interested in anything like that. My sister and him are going to a cottage in the country for their bachelor and bachelorette parties. They want to like be amongst friends, have a good time, you know, like play some games, explore the nature, you know, like have a good time in a cottage in the nature. And there's so many other things that you can do that doesn't involve sexuality of any kind. It's just stupid and it's unethical in my opinion. But anyways, I don't know how you guys feel about it. Let me know. I'm open to different, you know, sides of things. And I'm not saying that people who are in open relationships are okay with stuff like that is wrong. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying when you're in a monogamous relationship and your girlfriend or boyfriend is not okay with it and you're disrespecting them and crossing that line and keeping it away from them or trying to make them feel bad about it just because society says that it's normal and it's okay is not ethical and it is not good. And girls, if you have a boyfriend that is like, I don't care what you think, my best friend is getting married, I need to be there, I need to be a part of it, and you're not okay with it, then leave his ass, because that is just so disrespectful. And the same goes for the men who are uncomfortable with ladies going to Magic Mike shows and making it rain with their hard-earned cash. I don't know. It's very controversial, and I think there's so many opinions and things that people could say about it, but that's just mine. And also, like, the statistics are very clear on what goes on at a bachelor party and a bachelorette party. And I've seen it. I have literally seen it. I am at that age where my friends and people I know are getting married and they're planning the bachelor party and the bachelorette parties, and I've just been around it and I know what happens. I know what happens. But anyways, if you guys have your opinions or what you think, or tell me some stories in the comment section below, I'd be really interested to know about it. And if you like this video, click that thumbs up button, and if you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. Click the notification bell because I make videos every single week. And I hope you enjoyed today's tea time. I love you guys so much.